Alrighty, today I'm going to be doing a matchup chart for Piranha Plant. I haven't seen one. The last one I've seen is 2 years ago, so I wanted to give my opinion as one of the few plant mains out there. Let's get right into it. So, all I'm going to do is just go straight down the list and give you a brief description of why I think they are where they are. So, Banjo and Kazooie, this is a -1 for me. And that is because his projectiles, especially his neutral B and his down B, limit us from getting our Patooie out, and Patooie doesn't stop Wonder Wing. So he's able to armor through a ton of our moves, and I can't get Patooie off because of his projectile game. So that is a pretty difficult matchup, but it's not impossible. Alright, Bayo. Bayo, I think, is +1. And that's because I'm able to edgeguard her really hard with Patooie. I'm going to put it even. I forgot about this one thing. Witch's Time, when I put out Poison Cloud, that's one of my main offensive tools to get damage off. And I can't get damage off because of Witch's Time, because she just gets a free forward smash essentially every time I put out Poison Cloud. But I edgeguard her really hard, so we beat each other pretty good in certain areas, so I'll put it at even. Bowser is a +1. That's because he can't really do anything too crazy. There's no projectile other than Flame Breath, which he can get off stage. But as soon as he's off stage for me, his recovery is pretty predictable, so I can put Patooie right where he's going to come in at. His down air and down B don't go through Patooie. My up smash is invincible. A lot of things are going against Bowser in this matchup, so that's a +1 for me. Bowser Jr. is going to be a -1 because of his projectiles. Again, like Banjo and Kazooie, his down B and neutral B are very hard, make it very hard for me to get off Poison Cloud and Patooie in an effective manner. It's kind of like a Sonic with projectiles, so that's a very rough one for me. Byleth. Byleth I'm going to put at even, and that's because her projectile is the bow, and the bow doesn't really effectively stop me from getting Patooie's off. I can edgeguard her pretty good. There's nothing crazy. Her combos are pretty linear, and if you're linear with Piranha Plant, you've got a lot of anti-air tools, and if you go for something that's not true, such as an extra up air, I'm going to have a Patooie drop on your head, and you're taking 17 damage for free. So I put that at even. Falcon. This one I've been having second thoughts about. So Falcon I put at -1. And that's mainly because his combo game has gotten so crazy good that it's hard for me, like, even though I can punish him if he's going for something not true, a really good Falcon's going to know what's true and what's not. And he's able to just body us on combos. We can edgeguard him pretty well, but at the same time, we get comboed so bad that I think it's just got to be a -1. Chrom. This one's even, and here's why. So his up B is very exploitable with Patooie, but again, like Falcon, his combo game's very good. So it makes it hard for us to get in on him and get those combos to get him off stage to abuse Patooie. But yeah, Chrom's, he bodies us, we body him, so that's an even one for me. Cloud. That is another even, and it's pretty much the same exact thing as Chrom. I mean, he can body us on stage, but as soon as he gets off stage, we just beat him up too bad, and there's nothing he can really do about it. So, I mean, Cloud Chrom, pretty much the same principle. Corrin is a +1. You're probably wondering why. Her projectile is not very effective on us. It's easily avoidable. When she gets off stage, there's a thing called Rafflecopter that you can hit on her. That's where you hit a Patooie off the side of the stage, and then tilt pot shot and kill. And it's a true combo, so there's nothing she can do about it. Her recovery is exponentially more exploitable than most. It's right up there with Ganon. You can do it to Captain Falcon, but he makes me nervous when going off stage with him, as opposed to Corrin, who's much slower. Oop. But yeah, so Corrin, she doesn't really combo us too terribly hard, and her offstage game against us is awful. Alright, Daisy. Daisy is a -1. Combos the living hell out of us, and there's not much we can do about it. We can zone her decently well. Turnip's not really threatening the Patooey shots, but it's really, I mean, that's like a 1.5 to me. That could go either way. Daisy's pretty rough. The pits are -1. It's because Arrow is very disruptive to Patooey. They can use their shield to get us with our ledge guarding situations with Poison Cloud and or Neutral B. So it's really hard for us to ledge trap. Edge guarding's in our favor, I would say, but he can also ledge guard us pretty well, and he's got good combos. So Pit's pretty hard. Diddy! Even, and that's because he dies at like 76 to an up smash on us. He combos us really, really hard, but he's very light, and it doesn't take a lot for us to kill. Especially, I mean, it's like 2 Patooey shots and an up smash, and he's dead. So Diddy is even just for the fact that he dies so quickly to us. All right, DK. DK's one of the few +2s, and that's because most of his things are very linear. His recovery, unlike any others, when I shoot Patooey off stage, and he recovers optimally, it's gonna hit his hand with this little tornado thing. You know, yeah, I'm gonna hit that hand pretty much every time, and it's just an infinite cycle until he eventually dies. Dr. Mario. This is a +1. His recovery is awful. All it takes is an air or 1 Patooey and he's dead. So it doesn't take a lot of effort from us. He combos us really hard, granted. True, but the fact that all I gotta do is basically on his recovery and he dies, no way. Duck Hunt, -1. I only put him at -1, not -2, because he dies extremely early. It doesn't take a lot from us with our power, with up smash or Patooey, to kill him. It takes about 4 or 5 hits. That's pretty much the same principle as Diddy, but Duck Hunt's projectiles are obviously more annoying and more disruptive to Patooey than Diddy's are. So, for that reason, I put him at a -1. Basically, let me just grab all the spaces, because they're all -1, and it's all for the same reason. Where are you, Wolf? Same reason. Projectiles, very disruptive, except for Fox. They stop me from hitting Patooey. Their recoveries are very exploitable, but the counter is just very, very rough for us. It throws off much of our ledge trapping situations, and they all 3 combo us really, really hard. These could be a -2, but I haven't played anyone that has made it seem impossible, because once I get them off stage, I can put Patooey right where their side being or their up being, and you can set up a pretty good edge guard situation. Ganondorf, +2. Same thing with Corrin. You can hit Rafflecopter on him. He doesn't combo us very hard. On stage, we can pretty much wait out most of his options. We're heavy enough to tank a couple of his big hits, so there's not much that Ganon really does in this matchup effectively, as where DK can at least get a few combos on us and edge guard us, but Ganon's not doing any of that. Greninja, I put it even. The reason I put it at even is because very linear on combos. Edge guards us pretty hard, but we're pretty heavy, so we can take a lot of those. We gotta have a lot of percent before you get dragged down, up smashed. So that gives us plenty of time to get the necessary hits in order to get the kills. He makes it a little nervous with his up B off stage for us. He can really throw us off with that, but like Diddy, very good combos on us, but our ability to kill him is exponentially better than his ability to kill on us, so that's why I put him at even. Hero! Family friendly, family friendly. I hate Hero, and I say this is a -1. -1, because Patooie, we can... How he stalls on his up B, we are able to get Patooie on his head pretty easily, but... Down B, his menu is stupid on us, pretty much any move in there. Hero's a -1 on any matchup, I don't care who you are. I don't have to explain that one. That character just makes me mad. Ices! I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know. I haven't played a really good Ices. I haven't even seen many Ices at all in the 3 years I've played this game. So, I put them at even, purely because I really just don't know. I feel like we edgeguard them pretty well. I assume they have good combos on us. But, like I said, I don't know. Ike. +1 all day. His recovery is so bad against us. His side B, up B, both get destroyed by us. Not even a question. It's, he combos us, granted, but it's so bad as soon as he gets off stage. Incineroar, I put it a +2, because he's like Ike in that his side B and up B get destroyed by Patooie, but Incineroar doesn't have the combo game that Ike does, so that's why he gets put in +2 as opposed to Ike. Inkling, our first -2 matchup. This character is so hard for me to do anything. Aside, a roller will go through Patooie, clanks with it, so you put me in the ground, don't get punished by getting hit by Patooie. The only thing I've been able to find out in this matchup is that Pot Shot's pretty effective at keeping him out, but if you start using Pot Shot too much, then here comes the down B grenades, he edge guards us, it's hard. And his up throw up air combo, you can't Patooie out of it, so it's really hard for Plant to do much in that matchup, and I would consider, if you're playing an Inkling in a bracket, that you don't use Plant. Isabelle, same thing, and that's because of Pocket. Patooie, my Patooie does anywhere from 17 to 22 damage, right? That little dog gets my Patooie, it's doing about 40 damage to me. And fishing rods, very annoying. The fact that you can put the little Lloyd rocket in the ground, all around, zones us out, especially with forward air, back air. There's nothing I can do to get in. That is probably single-handedly the worst matchup. Where's Villager? Villager and Isabelle are probably the absolute worst matchup for Plant because of Pocket, their forward air and back air, their ability to zone with Lloyd rocket if you're Villager, fishing rod if you're Isabelle, all around very, very, very annoying matchup. Joker, I put it even. He's just very solid. There's nothing too crazy that either of us do to each other. I mean, Arsene's very annoying, and his counter on Patooie, since Patooie's straight up, so that's not really a big factor. The fact that he can get Poison Cloud with counter is very annoying, but then again, you know, there's not really much I'm worried about in that matchup. It's just, I gotta play good, and if he plays good, he'll be fine. Jigglypuff! -2. This thing is a balloon. I put way too much shield pressure on this thing. If I break its shield, it just instantly dies. Patooie pretty much stops everything. Pound only 50% of the time goes through Patooie, and if I get so much as 40% on you, you're at death percent. There's not much Jigs does in this matchup well. You can edge guard me, but that's basically your whole character, so if you don't do that well, then you're absolutely screwed. But yeah, Jigs just doesn't have much on us. Ken. So I'm going to put Ken at even, and it's because we absolutely destroy him on edge guarding. If he uses Tatsu to recover, he's screwed. If he messes up up B, I hit it with a Patooie. Edge guarding with him is very, very easy. But on stage, his tilts, if I throw up a Patooie, his tilts are going right through Patooie, and it's causing a lot of issues for me. So on stage, I get absolutely destroyed by Ken. I have to have him off stage to win. So that's what makes this matchup even, because I can get him off stage. I just need a couple of hits to do it, and then he's pretty much dead. DDD. DDD is a -1, and it's purely because his side B is very annoying, and it's hard for me to... my Nair doesn't effectively send it back. If I throw Patooey at him, he can use his neutral B and shoot it back at me. Same thing with Poison Cloud. He edge guards us really hard. Patooey doesn't break his hyper armor on his up B. So there's a lot of things that are in favor for DDD, and that's why he's going to be one of the... I think the only heavy. Yeah, the only heavy that really gives me a hard time. Rool. We're going to put it +1. We combo him way harder than he combos us. He has projectiles, but those projectiles are easily avoided. He's like DK in the fact that if I put Patooey over the side, I'm hitting his back end before he grabs the ledge and gets in iframes. I just don't have a hard time with Rool. I don't see much issue with him. Kirby. Kirby is just better. Jigglypuff. Yes, they do combo us pretty hard, but very exploitable on the edge. Basically, Plant, if I can edge guard you, you're really screwed, and if you can zone us out, you're doing well. But yeah, +1 on Kirby because your combos are great, yes, but I only need to get you to 40% and you're pretty much dead. Link, -1. Projectiles, good kill options. We edge guard them, but not hard enough to beat the fact that we're getting zoned so hard. Mac, this is probably going to throw off a lot of people. This is actually a -1 matchup, and that is because he armors through everything. There's not a move I can throw out. Even if I throw out Pot Shot, which has hyper armor, it doesn't beat out most of his moves. I have to fully charge Pot Shot to beat out a forward smash. And he's way too quick. There's not much I can do horizontally. That's one of Plant's biggest weaknesses, is his horizontal. He's got a little... so this is Plant. He's got these little, like, semicircle areas, quarter circle areas on his sides. He can't really cover unless he's using forward tilt. And Mac armors right through forward tilt, so it's a really hard matchup, surprisingly. Lucario. Even. We don't do anything crazy to each other. Play solid. Either one of us can win. Lucas. -2. His down smash at ledge absolutely destroys us. PK Freeze. PK Fire zones us out. Amazing. PK Thunder off the side. He can reflect Patooey. He can reflect, or he can either reflect or absorb Poison Cloud. Basically, all of our moves are null against him, unless I'm just using aerials. And if you're relying on just purely aerials as Plant, you're probably losing. Where's the other one? Ness is pretty much the same thing in the fact that PK Fire, especially at ledge, and he can hit us with down smash or up smash, and that's going to destroy us. I mean, the only way I do it is if I rotate Plant into the stage like this, and then slide up. I can avoid it, but still, it's incredibly hard. He combos us. We don't really get to do much on him. Patooey's decent if I can get a PK Thunder on, or they were covering with PK Thunder on either of them, because I'll slow him down nonetheless, but, you know, it's damn near impossible. Lucina, even. You can look at Best Ness versus MKLeo if you have any questions about that. He makes it look like it's a -2 matchup for Lucina, but in reality, Lucina's a very good character, and it would be pretty hard for us to just completely destroy her on stage, but our offstage game against Lucina is just absolutely insane. Luigi, even. We destroy him off stage. Absolutely destroy him with Patooey. One Patooey hit, he is not recovering. On stage, his 0 to death is not very effective against us, and it takes a really, really good Luigi to do it, and you got to get us at some oddball percent. I think it's 9%, and that's not a very easy percent for you to get us to. So, I kind of nullify one of his best attributes, which is the 0 to death, and I edgeguard him. So even I could put him in +1, but his combo game is still good even without the 0 to death. Mario, I'm going to put it a -1. Combo game is insane. Cape makes it really hard. His cape is better than Dr. Mario's in that it'll send it straight back to me rather than up. And Fireball is very annoying. Basically, this is just optimized Mario, or Dr. Mario. And everything that's good about Dr. Mario is with Mario, except Mario's got a better recovery. So, that's why. Marth, same as Lucina. The only thing that makes Marth weird as opposed to Lucina, I figured this out, is if I have Patooey up, it'll actually extend his tipper hitbox longer than normal. It's one of the craziest things. So if I throw Patooey and he forward smashes, his tipper, instead of being this long, is this long. I hate it, but like Lucina, we edgeguard him the exact same we do with Lucina. Mega Man, -2, too many projectiles, can't get in. We don't destroy his recovery off stage. Yeah, basically. Meta Knight, we beat pretty hard. It's Kirby with a sword. Too many jumps. I mean, he's a jumpy character. We're very anti-air heavy. So, I mean, these three all get beat because we're so heavy anti-air, and they're so heavy aerial characters. Mewtwo. Mewtwo's a -1, and that's because of Reflector. It makes it really hard for us to get our Patooey off or our side Bs off. But very light. Tail hitbox makes it rough for them if they are just jumping to recover or they're ledge jumping to get us. We could get it with Patooey in those instances, but that Reflector pretty much nullifies two of our best moves. So you got to use a lot of pot shot, aerial combos, get them off stage, but very hard, especially with Shadow Ball coming at you the whole time. Brawler. Brawler's even. We edgeguard him really hard. He combos us really hard. Not much to it. Gunner. -2 matchup. Too many projectiles. Can't really get in. Has a reflector if you want a reflector. We don't edgeguard them incredibly well. Yeah. Me Swords Fighter. We put this at... I did even, and it's because you can have a reflector as me Swords Fighter. We destroy them off stage. They don't really combo us too hard on stage. They have the side B, the tornado thing. We have enough time to get Patooey off. If you hit us with your 11% up air, I'm going to hit you with a 17% Patooey. So his own combo is positive for us. Min Min. Hesitantly putting him in -1, or her in -1, and that's because one Patooey off stage, you're dead. It doesn't matter what percent you're at, you just die. But on stage, we are absolutely just destroyed. Pot Shot is really good against them. It actually armor through pretty much anything except for Meatball. So if you can get a couple of Pot Shots in, close to distance a little bit, maybe get a Patooey here and there off them, getting too greedy with too many spamming of side B or their tilts. I don't think it's impossible. I don't want to put it in -2 because it's not impossible. Game & Watch, -1. Combos us really hard. Down B, down B's not too bad because it sends Patooey up way too far away for it to be scary. And then Poison Cloud doesn't absorb into the bucket. It just reflects it, which that's bad, but he can't get... He basically doesn't have a move against us. He loses his down B against us. So, yeah, edge guards us really hard. We kill him super early. I put it in -1. Pac-Man, even. I don't really find this too hard of a matchup. I mean, even as it being a very projectile-heavy character, I have plenty of time to get off what I need. Fire Hydrant, I can basically hit it with any of my moves, and it's gonna be moved. I can catch... Plant can catch some of the projectiles. I don't think this is as bad as it should be on paper. Paloon. I'd put it into even. There's nothing crazy Palu does other than just nair, nair, up air, up air. I mean, you're gonna combo us. You're right. You know, actually, it's a -1 for sure. We don't really edge guard her too well. She's got a counter. It's a hard matchup, but I don't think it's impossible because I do combo her. I can kill her pretty early, and these characters are definitely not built the same. Same thing as Daisy. The rats. Actually, combos. You die at 30. You die at like 50, 60. This thing, yes, it does combo us really hard, but it really doesn't take much to kill it. This is pretty freaking hard, but it's not impossible. Olimar combos us. We have plenty of moves to get off the Pikmin. Kill it really early. If I played the Buzz, yeah, I'm getting bodied. Shout out to the boy. Thanks for the website, but no, this is not an impossible matchup. I'd say it's fairly even. Just because we can kill early. He can put a lot of damage on us. Yeah. Pit. Right there. We already went over him. PT. Yeah, we get bodied by PT pretty hard. But Squirtle, Squirtle is not too bad. Ivysaur's really bad for us, and Charizard's not bad. But Ivysaur is a -2, just because of how bad we get destroyed off stage by Ivysaur. His down air, we're getting spiked. I mean, I've tried many different recovery options. It's just not happening. Pyramithra combos us really hard. We destroy them off stage. These things. Belmonts. Blech. No? No other Belmont? Okay. Too many projectiles. Our recovery is extremely bad against them. Holy Fire is a holy fuck every time I try and recover. I absolutely loathe playing these characters. I definitely need a secondary for something like a Richter or a Simon. It's so hard. Ridley, +1, big body, gets destroyed off stage. Forward tilt's very annoying for us when we're trying to get off edge. Fireballs we can avoid. They don't really stop us from hitting Patooey. We can armor through them with Pot Shot. Side B is pretty good. There's nothing crazy that really does against us that makes me go, oh, this is a bad matchup. This is, yeah, if I see a Ridley, I'm like, okay, I got this. Rob, -1. And Gyro, neutral B, combos us incredibly hard. Side B can even reflect. Edgeguard's is extremely hard. Too many recovery mix-up options for us to really destroy him off stage. He can flutters up B. It makes it hard for us to get a good Patooey shot on him. We can't really ledge trap him too well. Side B can reflect. There's a lot going against us in that matchup, but not impossible. Robin, even. He is a projectile-heavy character, but his projectiles don't necessarily scare me. They're not too hard to avoid. Arc Fire is pretty annoying when we're trying to recover. If he does hit it right, we are dead. But he's pretty exploitable off stage for us. So Patooey is pretty easy to hit on him. I wouldn't say it's the easiest out of everything, but it's not... That matchup's not awful, but it... Yeah. I don't know. It could be -1. It could be even. Yeah. Rosa. -1 for sure. Her down B neutralizes everything we do. Luma is basically a projectile that hits me, and it just stays there. We don't destroy her off stage. She destroys us in ledge trapping. There's not a lot we can... I mean, that even could be a -2. It's just not a lot. I mean, the only thing that keeps her at a -1 is we kill so early on her that it helps. Roy. Even. We destroy him off stage. He combos us really hard on stage. He's a thicker boy, so it's harder for us to get the kill, but it's just purely because we can edge guard him pretty well that we keep him where he is at even. Ryu. I haven't played a good Ryu. I would lean to say it's probably like Ken in the fact that it's even. Actually, it may be a -1 because his projectile game is so much better than Ken's. I played a really good... I take it back. I just thought about this match I played the other day. And I completely got zoned out by Ryu, and I wasn't expecting that. I never thought of Ryu as a projectile-heavy character, but very good projectiles. It was hard for me to get in. But, like Ken, if he uses Tatsu to recover, I am going to destroy him with Patui. Up B is sometimes exploitable if you're doing it correctly with Patui. Yeah, I don't even have to talk much about that. Projectiles, can't get in, frustrating, not much I can do. Sephi! We actually destroy his recovery with Patui. He does not snap to ledge quick enough, and yeah, he gets pretty hard countered by that. He can zone us out pretty well. His counter's annoying for our recovery. Sheik. +1. You combo us really hard, but you just die. I mean, you just die. This is one of the coolest ones for me. I think Shulk is so hard countered by us, it's not even funny. Every time I see a Shulk, I'm like, yes. Nair spam does not work on us. You can beat us off stage pretty hard, but oh my god, you are not recovering on us at all. His uppy is so bad against us, it's not even funny. Shield, I say thank you to Shield. I mean, I can get a lot of % off on him there. And there's so many reasons why I can beat Shulk. It's actually really fun. I would love to play a really good Shulk with my plant, just to kind of see. I'm not a really good plant, but I'd like to play a good Shulk just to kind of explore the matchup, because I really think plant hard counters Shulk. That's my opinion. Oh, you little thing. Snake, projectiles. He can throw a grenade at Patui, and if he hits Patui, grenade explodes. Side B, or Nikita off stage is impossible. Yeah, that character just destroys us, honestly. Sonic is a -1. Depending on what he hits us with, Patui will drop on his head. He can time us out. Basically, what Sonic does to any other character in the game is what he does to Piranha Plant. Sonics typically get a little greedy when they're on ledge, and they'll like to come up for that ledge jump. Patui covers for that option along with side B. But it's very hard on stage for us. We don't necessarily beat him too bad off stage. He destroys us off stage. -1, not impossible, but pretty damn close. Steve, I haven't really explored this matchup much. I assume it's a -1. I'm pretty sure his wall bodies us pretty hard in getting in. But, yeah, I don't really know. I just put him at -1 because I don't necessarily know that one too well. Terry, if he didn't have such good combos on us, he'd be a +1. Just because his up B is awful against us. We hit it with Patui pretty much every time. He doesn't snap to ledge quick enough for us. Tink, -1. Basically, he's Link, except faster. Yeah, it's projectiles. Wario, even. Combos is really hard. There's a lot of cool things. My buddy plays Wario, so I've learned a couple of cool things you can do inside the matchup with Bike and Patui. You can actually have a lingering hitbox with Patui, and it'll sit on the bike for a minute, and you can set up for shield breaks and stuff like that. Really cool stuff you can do with Wario as Piranha Plant. So I put it at even, especially with the nerfs that he has just received. Wii Fit, -1, projectiles, zones us out, destroys us off stage. That even could be actually, that's a -2. That matchup's terrible. Even, we destroy them off stage. They combo us incredibly hard. Egg can actually zone us out if you get a really zony Yoshi. But if they play to the down air, up air game, we can pretty reliably break up their combos with Patui. Ugh. Projectiles, so good. I don't even get mad when I'm playing a Young Link, because if I beat you and you're Young Link, you're just significantly worse than me. I mean, that matchup is so hard. Too many kill confirms with Arrow. We can't get Patui's off. Ledge guard, I mean, we beat them off stage, but the thing is, we can't even get them off stage to beat them off stage. So that matchup's incredibly hard. Same thing for Zelda. The neutral beat completely destroys us. You can edge guard the hell out of us. You got a teleporting recovery. We can't hit you with Patui consistently. We got to hit you with Patui on stage, and that basically means we got to get hard reads to even have a chance in that matchup. All around, just no way. ZSS, -1, combos us really hard. It zones us out pretty well, but we do get those kills early. That's everything? Felt quick. Alright, well, if you're curious, here you go, the plant matchup chart.